Hey guys, welcome back to another MechWarrior Online Talk Time. This is probably going to be a two-part video just because there's a lot to cover with the new Civil War. As you can see, Civil War, we're jumping into 3062 to 3067. This is going to be exciting. Part 2 of the video is going to go over all the new technology, and right now we're going to talk about the mechs. Right now we have the Uzil. And just, if you go to the ultimate, just look at Belial. Look at that hero. This is so much MechWarrior 4 fanboy in it. You know, this is what people have been waiting for. I know myself, I've wanted a new Zeal. An Annihilator, definitely. Something you can run quad AC-10s on. The Cougar, I mean, you can basically make a Cougar out of an adder. I mean, the hero is called a blood adder. And then what I have been drooling about is the Mad Cat Mark II. Just look at that art. I mean, it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to dominate. It cannot wait for it. The pricing's a little bit weird. The collector pack, $20 across the board. You know, the Annihilator's an assault, so it's 20. Mark II is an assault, so it's 20. Uzil's a medium, which is 20. That's weird. And then the Cougar is 15 for a light. But the great thing, you know, they all have the same standard things you get. Mech bays, 3 variants, Civil War, Warhorn, cockpit items, hanging cockpit items, title, badge. Pretty much that's standard across the board for all 4. The difference is when you start getting into the early adopter rewards. Now I'll take a look at the Mark II because that's what I'm excited about. You know, same with all 4. You get 6.5 million C-bills, 3 colors, and it appears the clans you get the Applejack pattern for all of them, 2 specific decals, looks like 2 shark ones, and then a Mark II standing item. That's the same for the Cougar. Same thing, except for the inner spheres, you get the Crusader camo instead of Applejack. Now we'll take a look at the Mark II to start. And well, for pricing, it's all the same: 20, then 40 to 30, and then 70, and then 50 for the Cougar. The Mark II, it's a 90-ton mech. They all come with an XL 360. That's putting it at 65 kph. That's good. That's a fast assault mech. With upgrade to a 400, that's going to make this thing cruise. They all have jump jets. Give it some mobility. Probably going to be somewhat like the jumping distance of the Highlander 2C, but obviously much faster and much more mobile because of the bigger engine. I'm looking forward to this, especially Deathstrike. If you go down, you look at Deathstrike, it's got a ballistic energy in each arm and 2 energy in the torso. No missiles. So if we go to this, these missile pods in the torsos will not be here. So you're going to have cockpit line of sight weapons, like the lasers are a little hair low, and then the arms that are at cockpit level. This is going to make this a great poking mech. Something like the Ebon Jaguar, except bigger and can pack a bigger punch. I will be getting this. And you have the other variants, you know, dual Gauss on the Mark II one. The Mark II 2's LB20 and a Gauss. And I think the Mark II 4 will be fun. That's gonna become a Ranger. As you can see, stock, it's got LRM-15, 4 jump jets, and 4 ER large lasers. That will be something that's going to be fun. Probably something annoying, especially when you're going to see people who are possibly going to be slapping 420s in it, or 415s, depending on what its torso can hold. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm looking forward to this mech for that reason. Just mainly the Deathstrike. And all the variants are somewhat similar. You get into the collector ones, the Mark II-A, it's got a ballistic in its center torso versus all the others have an AMS. Probably won't be able to fit a whole lot in the center torso. Probably some of the new machine gun, maybe an AC-2, depending on slottage. We have new weapons coming we can take a look at. Then you got the Mark II-B. It's basically the same, except it has 2 ballistics on each arm, energy in each torso, and 2 missiles in the center torso. That might be good for some SRMs, maybe some ATMs. Probably throwing a tag in there or something like that. Who knows? But that's that. We'll go down to the Cougar for the other clans. We have, this is the Blood Adder, the hero. Cool artwork. You can see it's got the snake face, snakes wrapped around it. It's a 35 ton. It's I believe it's a, I'm probably missing it somewhere, Clan Omni Mech. Just because its engine is a 175 XL. It doesn't say you can throw a new engine in it. So I might be missing something, but we all do it. It's 81 kph. It's a little slow. It's actually very slow for a light, kind of like the Adder and the Kit Fox, but it's gonna pack a punch. Basically, you're looking, they're all kind of the same, energy in the arm, whatnot. But if you look at the Blood Adder, same loadout standard throughout, except this one has missile arms and ballistic torsos. It could be interesting. Maybe run a couple LB5s. I'm not sure with the slottage and its tonnage. It should have a decent amount of tons. You can see it comes stock with an ATM-9 in each arm and heavy machine guns in each arm. In each torso, sorry. That'll be interesting. Will be interesting. Those ATMs are something cool we'll talk about in the part 2 of this video. Then we got the Cougar H, same thing, except this one has a ECM suite. That will be sweet. 4 jump jets, 2 in each torso. It's the only Cougar with a jump jets and an ECM. It's got 3 energy on its right arm, 1 in the torso. I could see people running this with maybe a stock loadout. Maybe alternating depending on armor-wise or heat sinks, but it's got an Ultra AC-5 in its arm and 3 heavy medium lasers with the ECM and jump jets and a targeting computer. That could be pretty dangerous as it is. A little sneak attack. Maybe swap that for an LB5 or something. And I know I've made, if you look at Cougar Prime, oh, excuse me about that. If you look at Cougar Prime, I've run this exact build in my Adder before. Well, not exact. This has 2 large pulse lasers, 2 LRM-10s. I've run 2 ER larges and 2 LRM-10s in it before. Oh my gosh. But that's the Cougar. Not looking too forward to it, but it'll be cool. People will buy it. Now we're going to jump into the Inner Sphere. Oh, sorry. We have the Annihilator. It's a work of art. It's its own class. It is just an Inner Sphere bruiser. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be fun. It's going to be deadly. Yeah. Especially, you look at Annihilator 1X, 608 armor. That's a lot. It's going to be hard to kill. Now, Mean Baby is something you're going to want to run one of the new light or standard motors in, just for the simple fact you can zombie build it with an energy point in the head and an energy in the torso. You slap a couple large lasers on that, and then some in the torsos. You're going to have a mean laser build. A couple of SRMs possibly, who knows, MRMs. And that one comes stock with an XL 300. These aren't going to be fast mechs by any means. They have a max engine rating of 300 across the board. And you can see the 300 brings it to 48.6. That's sad in a way, but I guess it'll force this mech to play to its engine. It's kind of gonna be like the Direwolf, not fast, and you're gonna build it so that it will kill anything that walks in front of it. Basically, I'm looking forward to is the Annihilator 2A and 1A. They come stock with standard 200s, which if I get these, it'll never stay with that. I'll probably marry it with a 300 light or 300 XL. But in the 1A, you have quad AC10s, 2A quad LB10s. I don't know what you're gonna do, but that'll kill anything that walks in front of it. Quad AC10s, it's done. You even have the 1X, which I almost like better than Mean Baby. 2 energies in the center torso, 1 in the head. You're gonna run a zombie build on that. Something that can lose its torsos, and it can still shoot. But and it's not something you're gonna want to poke with. You're not gonna want to poke a corner, peek a hill. You're gonna want to. I'm gonna treat this like an Atlas, where just gonna run it through everything. I'm not gonna. Once you're in the fight, you're in the fight. You don't back out. You want cool shots. You want to keep her firing. Because, I mean, look at the head. It's up there. You can't do any poking with that without exposing everything. Big nose. So you're going to get in the fight. You're going to stay in the fight. And you're going to hope your lights and mediums are going to protect your flanks. And that's how I see that mech going. Then you have the Uziel. Fanboy written all over it. I mean, the artwork is just... It's gorgeous. It's going to be fun. I remember playing this, using this mech over and over and over in Mech Warrior 4. Just throw a small LRM and a couple PPCs on it. And it's fun. It's not the most powerful mech out there, but it's fun. Then you have Belial. You have Belial the hero. You have a max engine rating of 390. That's incredible. It's a 50-ton mech. And if it's already going 97.2 with a 300, I don't know how fast it'll go with a 390, but it's not going to be able to hold a lot of weapons if you marry it with a 390. But it has 6 jump jets. I mean, you're going with a XL 390 in it, or a light 390 and 6 jump jets, you're flying. You're flying over everybody and everything. But you can see stock, it's got 4 light PPCs and 2 streak 4s. That could be a very vicious build itself. It's going to be fun. I know that. And then you have Uziel 6P. It comes stock with a 250 XL, and it's the only one that maxes out with a 390 and 5 heat sinks over the 6. Not 390, it's an XL 325. I think maybe this one you don't go over the XL 250. You keep it with that XL 250 in it, and you make it pack a punch. I mean, it has 6 energy slots down here, and I think that's going to be fun. Right now, stock. It's got its 5 jump jets. It's XL engine. It's got 2 PPCs, 2 medium lasers, and 2 medium pulse lasers. This is going to be a fun mech. This and the Madcap Mark II I will be buying. I don't think I'll be getting Belial on this. I think I'll just get the standard pack of 3S, 2S, and 3P. But you look at the one, I think, I don't know which of these is going to be good. Because 3S, you might want to run a smaller motor because it has the ballistic spot in the side. Maybe an LB10 or rotary autocannon in it. Yeah, snub-nose PPC on the other side. I think these are kind of going to be fast mechs. You're going to get up your face, pack a punch, shoot you in the back, and then run away. You're not going to know. I mean, that's what we got. And it's going to be fun. And if you look here, you got the Inner Sphere Collector Awards and Ultimate Rewards. It just depends on if you buy the $40 mechs or the $70 mechs. basically they give you inner sphere hanging items with 5% XP and C-bill bonus, and that's the same thing for the ultimate pack. Those are hanging. So if you get these, if you get both, you essentially can put these inside a mech and you get 10% of something if you choose. And it goes the same for the clans. No benefit there. But leave a comment what you think. Oh, didn't even go over, sorry, the collector variants. I mean, it's just the specials. And that camo on the Mark II that's beautiful. You'll be seeing a lot of that. I don't think people will change it. I think that might look good if you add some white. Where the blue is, change that to black. The green to white, and then the green and gray striping. The gray striping, sorry, to red or something. Give it some pop. Cougar, it'll blend in good in Turmoil Desert. The Annihilator, I think that's terrible. It looks like it's got some teeth up around there and an eye. Could be interesting. I don't think that you'll see that staying. This will be cool for Viridian Bog on the Uziel. That'll definitely stand out. I mean, not stand out. It'll blend in. Sorry. Jesus, I am way out of whack in this video. Yeah, and that's it for part 1. Part 2 I'll be making later today. We'll go over the clan and inner sphere technology here.